Hello and a warm welcome to the next video. In this project, we will be dealing with the numerical simulation of the flow field when a fan is rotating around its own axis. I have used Creo parametric software and created a 3D model of a simple fan. This is a very basic fan, and I'm not considering the exactness of the blades because in some applications, for example, if you have something related to turbines, all right, wind turbines, then the blade must be in the shape of aerofoil, right? So I'm neglecting those things because we are not going to limit this particular case for specific cases, but on a broader perspective we will be trying to tackle these kind of simulations, or we will try to understand what is the methodology that can be followed to solve the flow field of rotating bodies. All right, and I have created this 3D model. The creation of respected geometries is pretty simple in 3D softwares in comparison with the design modeler or space claim provided by ANSYS. And I mean, this statement, whatever I've mentioned, is with respect to my perspective. Maybe you might be very comfortable with using ANSYS design modeler or space claim. That is up to the user. But technically speaking, and in comparison with the number of steps involved, these are pretty simple. The 3D softwares are designed for creating complex geometries. All right. So we have this fan over here, and let me just place it in the default view. Now what is the cases? The case is like the air is coming from the left hand side, okay, that means in the x direction, from the left to the right in the positive direction. All right, and when the oncoming air is moving from left to the right, we have this fan moving in this fashion. I mean, it will be rotating. I'll just try to rotate it. Yeah, it will be rotating around its own axis. Okay, so I'm just trying to rotate on its own axis, but the whole geometry is getting moved. But try to understand that it is getting rotated. All right, so the thing is, we have to define the conditions in a way that will help us to create a rotational what do you call momentum to the complete fan. I mean, it has to rotate at certain rpm, and it has to interact with the oncoming air and exhaust the air from the backside of this fan area. All right, now in order to solve these kind of cases, there are different methods. Okay, now we will be dealing with the method which is basically named or under the category of sliding mesh. Okay, so in this kind of cases, what we have to do is, as you know, that for any kind of flow field simulations we require a domain. All right, a domain is nothing but the enclosure which depicts a boundary system. For example, this one. So this is a domain which I have created, and inside this domain I have placed the body of interest. Okay, it can be anything. It can be an automobile, it can be a wing, or it can be any other object that you want to study. Right, now in the domain we have the inlet regularly, and we have the outlet, then we have the wall. All right, now this is a very conventional case. I mean, for all the cases we require a domain and we require the body of interest. Clear? Now the length of the domain, the width of the domain, all those are again a topic of discussion. For example, it is really recommended for us to have a very larger domain so that the walls of the domain do not impact on the flow field which is closer to the body. All right, so there shouldn't be any impact of the walls on the flow field over the body. Clear? That is what we are considering so far. But in these kind of cases where there is a rotation of the object, I mean the object is revolving around its own axis, okay, at certain rpm, in these kind of cases we require an additional domain to be created. Okay, or additional, I'll just show you what I'm talking about. Additional domain to be created which is looping the actual body. Okay, so inside this I have the fan which is placed, and on the fan I have created a kind of inner body which is nothing but the inner domain, we can call it as. This is the kind of enclosure which I have created, and this is you know, kind of it is creating a kind of envelope around the object, and it is a kind of wrapping it actually. Okay, so you can see it is pretty closer to the what do you call fan, and the diameter of the domain is exactly or a little bit larger than the body what we have, that is the fan, right? So why are we doing this thing? We are basically doing this thing because we are trying to utilize a method which will help us to rotate this domain, right? So if that is the center axis, if this is the center axis, we will be rotating the body along the center axis, right? Now in CFD or ANSYS Fluent, we have to consider this inner domain, and we have to assign some boundary conditions for this inner domain, and that boundary conditions will be related to the revolution or RPM, right? We have to define the RPM of this domain. What will happen is this inner domain will be rotating inside the outer domain. So this is your outer domain. Let me just zoom out. Now this is your outer domain and this is your inner domain, you can say. And inside the inner domain or inside the inner enclosure, you have your fan being placed. Now we have to assign the revolutions per minute, right, for this particular inner domain, the circular field which I have created inside, which is you know, enclosing the fan. And what will happen is that will be rotating inside the outer domain. So this is your main domain inside which you have the inner domain, and that will be rotating. That is how your what do you call, we will be trying to depict the simulation of fan at certain RPM. Now what will happen is inside this inner domain, whatever boundary what we have, for example the wall of the fan, that will also be assumed as a rotational object, and that will also be rotated, right? So this is how we have to deal with the numerical simulation of flow field, numerical simulations of objects that have a kind of rotations involved for their functionality. Now the theoretical part which I have discussed so far might be a bit confusing if you haven't dealt with this kind of what do you call cases, but never mind. I mean, for example, it was confusing for me as well when I was dealing it for the first time, but once you are performing a simple study as this, then I'm sure that you will be remembering it for a long time. And it is not very complex. What are we doing in design perspective is we are creating two domains. The first one will be the conventional domain which we regularly create for any object with whatever we are trying to simulate. But in this rotational cases such as the flow field of fan, in that cases we are wrapping up the object with a special inner domain. Okay, and this inner domain will be very closer to the actual boundary what we have, that is the fan in this case. Okay, so these are the two things what we have to perform in the design part, and this thing can also be performed in a ANSYS design modeler or ANSYS space claim, but I really find this software to be very comfortable in comparison with other software of the ANSYS. So that is the reason I have considered this software, right? Now coming to the domains which I have created inside this, let me go back to the fan. Now fan is a solid model. Okay, you can see if you are just creating a cut section of this model, let me just try to go to sections, select the right front. Yeah, so you can see this is a complete solid model. If you are just cutting up this blade or this hub, you will be having the solid material filled inside. Clear? But the domain what we are creating in these kind of softwares will not be a solid model, it will be a surface model. Now for example, I'll just turn on this cut section. You can see it is simple surface, so it will be having zero thickness. It is just a kind of surface which is present over here. You can see in both the sides it is just a surface. All right, and it shouldn't be solid model, because if it is a solid model, it will be filling up the complete a circle with solid material and your fan will be completely eliminated, right? So that is not what we are desiring. And also let us just check up the final domain which I have created. You can see again this is a surface model rather than a solid model. Clear? So if you are working with any other CAD software apart from Creo Parametric, and if you wish to create the domain in that particular software, then just try to see that you create the model in this way. That is, create a surface and you can just forward this model to the ANSYS by saving it as step model. So remember to create a surface for the domains, but the actual model, that is the fan, must be a solid model. So remember this differences, and one simulation will help you to understand each and everything. Now I'll just save it as I've already saved it actually in the step format. You can see that is .stp. Now I'll just pause the video, or I'll stop the video. In the next video we will be into the ANSYS workbench, where we will be importing the domain, the complete model. We will be seeing whether the domain is perfectly imported, and then we will be moving to the meshing, then the physics setup, and analyzing the results. Now let us just move to the next video.